Hi, I'm Louise and I'm a second year archaeology student at the University of York, and welcome to this day in my life video. So it was quite a miserable grey day in York. It was about 7 AM at this point, and the first thing I started by doing today was feeding my sourdough starter. I currently have this on the go as I'm working on making bread from Pompeii for a video, and it's been pretty interesting to learn about this. I did try it once before in lockdown. I am currently making a massive mess of getting flour and water everywhere, but I don't have coffee at this point. And the book says you have to stir it with your hands, which felt a bit disgusting, but apparently the bacteria on your fingertips, even if clean hands, helps the yeast develop, and it did feel a bit odd, but hopefully the bread is worth it. And yeah, it made my hand feel really weird. But then next, I had to make a coffee, as I'd not had coffee yet, and that probably explains most of the mess. But a nice coffee. I do think I act even more uncoordinated when I'm recording, as I know I'm filming myself. But a nice coffee, and then some cereal to go with it to have some breakfast. Then I decided to sit and eat on the sofa because we don't have a table and chairs, which is a bit not ideal, so hence the hunched over position. Then I decided to read a chapter of my book on my Kindle. To be completely honest, I would usually just sit on my phone scrolling through it while eating breakfast, but I was filming on my phone so I couldn't, and I'm telling you that I don't want you to think that I have this sort of act together all the time. I'm not reading constantly. Yeah, but the book I'm reading is really interesting at the moment. It's The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I'm about a third of the way through, and I was getting absolutely hooked on this, hence the really saluting and the insanely concentrated face. And yeah, it's been a great book so far, so I probably should read more over breakfast, maybe eat less on lunch. And then it was time to sip some coffee and start doing a bit of uni work. So the work I was doing this morning was for my Archaeogaming project, which I'm making a game for, and I'll probably have a full video on the game once the entire project's done, because I think it's quite interesting. But it's a pixel art based game, so this is the ground floor of the museum I'm creating. There is going to be more on this later in the vlog. So this little area here right now is what I'm working on, which is going to be a cafe, as I think all good museums should have a cafe. I've really enjoyed working on this so far, but the main plan for today is I need to get my prescription, go to the cafe with some friends, go to my Archaeogaming workshop, do some work, and then pack my bag for Geophysics tomorrow. But it was finally time to leave the house and get up and get ready, and I'm really glad it wasn't raining, even though it still looks pretty grey and miserable outside. So I did manage to get my prescription. It took ages to get my prescription, which means I was running late, so then I had to hop on the bus, and then I missed my stop for the bus because I pressed the button, but then sometimes I didn't press properly. But it wasn't too bad. I just got off at the next stop. Meant I got to walk across the river, which I don't usually come from this side of town. And it was an alright day after the constant rain. And today we were going to the Cafe Plush, and they have 3 different themed rooms. So we sat in the garden theme room today, which has swings for chairs. Then I had this amazing, I think it's called a mocha mudslide chocolate cake with some more coffee. And then I still had some time to kill, so I went to the museum gardens. And this is a lovely little garden area in York where I've got the remains of the old Roman wall, lots of archaeology. It's an incredible place. I hope to do a full video on it at some point. But inside Museum Gardens, hence the name, is the Yorkshire Museum. So I decided to go visit there. It's right next to the archaeology department, and once you have a ticket, the ticket lasts for the entire year. So me and my friends went to go look around here. They have a new exhibit on Star Car at the moment. This is the Roman exhibit, and it's always great to have a little walk around. Remember why I'm studying archaeology. I did get something from the gift shop, which is the Star Car pendant necklace, which I have wanted for a while, and now it was finally time to go to my Archaeogaming workshop, which is actually inside the basement, which used to be Henry VIII's wine cellars, and that's always insanely cool to me. And in Archaeogaming today, we were on Unity, creating this sort of Mesolithic scene, and I've never done Unity or coding or anything, so it's a bit of a learning curve. It was quite difficult. I finally managed to get some sort of fire animation going, even though I did end up deleting this about 3 times and making it over and over again, and honestly I had a headache at this point, and it was time to go home. I stopped at the shops on the way as I had to get some stuff for a packed lunch for tomorrow for Geophysics, but more on that in a bit. Then it was time to walk home with a baguette in hand, as it just did not fit in my bag, but walked home through the nature reserve, which was quite pretty. It was still surprised it hadn't rained at this point. I don't think it actually ended up raining all day, but it was pretty grey, a bit grey. It was nice to sort of walk home, and then time to do some work. I was feeling quite inspired after my Archaeogaming workshop to go work on my game again, so that's what I ended up doing for quite a bit. So I got in at about 4 after coffee and ended up going to the museum where I got this super cool star car pendant. I think I've got the star car exhibit on at the moment. Then had my Archaeogaming lecture and nipped to the shops on the way back, and then I was very inspired from the lecture to actually work on my own project. And for that project I have to design my own archaeology themed game, which is how I'm being assessed in this module. And I finally created my first working demo. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the game or anything yet, as I think I might do a whole separate video once the whole project's finished. But yeah, this is the very first full demo. I'm going to put this on full screen. Looks better. It's very basic, but this is it. It's in the museum, so this is the first floor of the museum. And yeah, if you can see that, it's got a walking around the room, and yeah, it's nice to finally see it all starting to come together. So I'm super happy with this, super proud of this. I've never done any game design or game development, and yeah, this is the start of my little museum. So yeah, it's been a great day all in all. I kind of want to just keep doing this constantly, but I know I'm going to end up tiring myself out if I don't drag myself away from this. So I think I might go maybe nip to Lidl, do a bit of a food shop, get some bits in that weird stage where I've got like half a full fridge but not enough food, where you feel like you need to go do some good groceries. So probably gonna nip to Lidl, then have a chill sort of evening. Interior Design Masters, I think it's the semi-finals tonight, so going to watch that, which is a BBC show, because I'm really old at heart and I just want to sit and watch daytime TV. But yeah, it's been a great day so far. Actually scrap going to Lidl. I think I'm going to go get a Nando's instead, as that seems a lot more fun and impulsive behaviour for the win. So just got back from a very unsuccessful Lidl shop because I ended up just going to Nando's for tea. But you know, you gotta treat yourself every now and again, and it was very yummy and I was definitely over hungry. So all in all, it was a great idea, and we've probably got enough groceries in to manage. But now, just got one more thing I need to kind of do before just settling down and calling it a day, which is tomorrow I'm going to do some geophysics on a site about 20-minute drive away, and it's something a bit different, so I thought I'd show you what I need to sort of prepare for that day. So earlier in the year on one of my practical skills modules I did field survey skills, and as part of this I learned how to do sort of geophysical recording techniques and also earthwork survey. But tomorrow is about geophysics, so the module leaders from that have invited a few of us to come help out on this site they're working on, so it's great to get some more experience. So it'll be my first full day of doing geophysics. And one of the geophysics techniques, there's two. There's resistance and gradiometry, and the gradiometry one is measuring the magnetic field of the Earth. And to do that, you need to make sure you have absolutely no metal on you. So you'd be surprised when you're actually looking at your clothes and putting an outfit together how much stuff has metal on. So you need to actually have a bit of forward thinking of what you got metal, like what has metal on. So you got to wear wellies because most walking boots have metal on. Quite a lot of like this, for example, this hoodie I couldn't wear this because it's got metal on there. I'd have to remember to take my Fitbit off. Glasses are okay, luckily. Would not be very good at doing any sort of earthwork survey without them. But I thought I'd take you what I'm going to take in my bag with me. This is something a bit different. So to wear walking socks, obviously. It's walking up and down a field. If you're interested in geophysics, I could do some more videos about that. So walking socks are definitely very important. And I'm going to take a spare pair just in case my feet end up getting wet. Again, sports bra, sports clothing, always good to just sort of wear as long as I've got any metal on. waterproof trousers in case it rains. These ones are great. These are just like, they're basically like wearing a bin bag, so you can just throw them over your clothes, no matter what, so can you wear those. These are just some cycling shorts. I like to wear an extra layer underneath, you know, keep me a little bit more warm. There's also just like an extra barrier from the cold. Then long sleeve thermal top, short sleeve t-shirt. Then I have a hoodie, nothing fancy, but it's not got any metal on. As like, so see this one, no metal on, and these ones do have metal on. And it's just something you wouldn't think how much thought you actually need to put into. And then some jogging bottoms, which again luckily don't have the little pieces of metal around here or any metal on. But most of my clothes do have metal on, like couldn't wear normal jeans or anything, couldn't wear this hoodie. So it's something that requires a bit more thought than you'd expect. Then I'm also going to have to take some snacks tomorrow, biscuits, popcorn, mints, and a packed lunch. There's no shops around. That's the nature of archaeology. Quite a lot of the time you could be in the middle of nowhere. You need to make sure that you pack a good lunch. Then I'm also going to take my archaeology skills passport. This is a really great tool if you're interested in doing archaeology. And it's basically like a mini CV. It's sort of like, you know how you'd get badges if you did scouts or something. And it has like a list of skills, and you can get them signed off by professionals if you're doing that skill, and they can give you a date and write down your level of competence at the skill. So if you end up looking for archaeology jobs and want to prove that you can do something, you can get this signed off. So we're going to try and get this signed off tomorrow to just show that I can do some geophysics skills. Then I'm also going to take some pen and paper just in case I feel like I need to write anything down. And then we'll also take a flask of coffee and lots of water. But yeah, that's what I've got planned tomorrow. So just need to throw all that in a bag really. Nothing too fancy, but thought it was something a bit different to show you. And yeah, gonna throw all of that into here, then head downstairs and watch the semi-final Winter Design Masters. Then I think it'll be a night. So thank you so much for watching this part of the vlog. I might try and throw some geophysics footage at the end half of this from tomorrow, just to show you what I get up to, show you where I'm at tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this day in the life. I've had a really great day actually, so I'm really glad that I was able to bring you all along. Do subscribe for more archaeology content, and you can find anything I've said below or any useful links all in the description. Yeah, see you again. Bye. And now it was the next day, so it's time for some geophysics. In my quite early morning get up in a no metal outdoorsy outfit, minus the walking boots, but I did have wellies in my bag. And I actually had an amazing day. It was great to be in the countryside all day. Here's a little picture of where we were working. Yeah, it was just great to be outside all day doing some geophysics, but I might do some more videos on geophysics as I absolutely love that stuff. But thank you again so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.